Common Sense Living podcast listeners. I'm so thrilled to have you join me again on this exciting journey of thought-provoking conversations and stories that will inspire you. I've taken your feedback from last season and used it to make this season better. So sit back, grab your favorite beverage, pen and paper, and get ready to dive into another session of discovery and enlightenment. But first, a big shout out to one of my sponsors, Taming Diabetes Differently. It's a 2-month program and or monthly coaching designed for you to take charge of your health. Let's whip those blood sugar numbers into a healthy range. I invite you to email me, LeMaster, at tamingdiabetes@yahoo.com. Are you ready? I'm your host, LeMaster. Let's get started. So today, we're going to talk a bit on history, diet soda, eating organic, pesticide-free, skincare tips, collagen, white cucumbers, watermelon, and beliefs. So I'm going to start with the greatest medicine of all is to teach people how not to need it. And that's where I come from. I'm older than most, and I love it. And I grew up on organic food and rarely eat junk food. I've had my share, but I know the perils of it. And as a nurse and certified health coach, I definitely limit that as much as I possibly can. And so let's get started here. A little bit of history. For your history refresher today, I leave you to ponder on another American who seemed to have been touched by a divine intervention. By the all-powerful dispensations of providence, I've been protected beyond all human probability or exception. George Washington statement. The Joseph Smith Foundation, the bulletproof George Washington. Quote, George Washington's part in the July 9th, 1755 battle during the French and Indian War is indisputably one of the most significant events of his early years. His life literally hung in the balance for over 2 hours. This dramatic event helped shape his character and confirm God's call on him. During the 2-hour battle, the 23-year-old Colonel Washington had ridden to and fro on the battlefield, delivering the general's orders to other officers and troops. The officers had been a special target for the Indians. Of the 86 British and American officers, 63 were casualties. Washington was the only officer on horseback not shot down. So an inspiring narrative by David Barton. This story deals with George Washington when he was involved in the French and Indian War as a young man, only 23 years of age. The French and Indian War occurred 20 years before the American Revolution. It was the British against the French. The Americans sided with the British and most of the Indians sided with the French. Both Great Britain and France disputed each other's claims of territorial ownership along the Ohio and Mississippi rivers. Both of them claimed the same land. Unable to settle the dispute diplomatically, Great Britain sent 2,300 hand-picked veteran British troops to America under General Edward Braddock to root out the French. The British troops arrived in Virginia, where George Washington, colonel of the Virginia militia, and 100 Virginia buckskins joined General Braddock. They divided their force, and General Braddock, George Washington, and the 1,300 troops marched north to expel the French from Fort Duquesne. I'm not sure how to spell that. I have a cat here that's interfering with things. So, knock it off. Spray can works wonders on her. No. Okay, so it's a Duquesne. Now the city of Pittsburgh. On July 9th of 1755, only 7 miles from the fort, while marching through a wooded ravine, they walked right into an ambush. The French and Indians opened fire on them from both sides. But these were British veterans. They knew exactly what to do. The problem was they were veterans of European wars. European warfare was all in the open. One army lined up at one end of an open field, the other army lined up at the other end. They looked at each other, took aim, and fired. No running, no hiding. But here they were in the Pennsylvania woods with the French and Indians firing at them from the tops of the trees, from behind rocks, and from under logs. When they came under fire, the British troops did exactly what they had been taught. They lined up shoulder to shoulder in the bottom of that ravine and were slaughtered. At the end of 2 hours, 714 of the 1,300 British and American troops had been shot down. Only 30 of the French and Indians had been shot. There were 86 British and American officers involved in that battle. At the end of the battle, George Washington was the only officer who had not been shot down off his horse. Well, now, crazy cat. I knew I should have put him out of the room. There were 86 British and American officers involved in that battle. At the end of the battle, George Washington was the only officer who had not been shot down off his horse. He was the only officer left on horseback. Following this resounding defeat, Washington gathered the remaining troops and retreated back to Fort Cumberland in western Maryland, arriving there on July 17, 1755. The next day, Washington wrote a letter to his family explaining that after the battle was over, he had taken off his jacket and had found 4 bullet holes through it, yet not a single bullet had touched him. Several horses had been shot from under him, but he had not been harmed. He told them, "By all the powerful dispensations of Providence, I have been protected beyond all human probability or expectation." Washington openly acknowledged that God's hand was upon him, that God had protected him and kept him through this battle. However, the story does not stop here. 15 years later, in 1770, now a time of peace, George Washington and a close personal friend, Dr. James Craik, returned to those same Pennsylvania woods. An old Indian chief from far away, having heard that Washington had come back to those woods, traveled a long way just to meet with him. He sat down with Washington, and face to face over a council fire, the chief told Washington that he had been a leader in that battle 15 years earlier, and that he had instructed his braves to single out all the officers and shoot them down. Washington had been singled out, and the chief explained that he personally had shot at Washington 17 different times, but without effect. Believing Washington to be under the care of the Great Spirit, the chief instructed his braves to cease firing at him. He then told Washington, "I don't know about you, but I've got goosebumps. I have traveled a long and weary path that I might see the young warrior of the great battle. I am come to pay homage to the man who is the particular favorite of heaven and who can never die in battle." Wow. That makes me think of a situation about a month ago when we had an attempted assassination on Trump, and he didn't die. Unfortunately, one of the people that attended did, and a couple of others were injured, but yet Trump didn't die. And whether it was divine intervention or not, who knows? And I'm not making it a political statement. I'm making this a God statement. So now we're going to go to diet soda. So that diet soda you're sipping to cut calories, it might be doing more harm than good. Recent research suggests some of the most popular artificial sweeteners could be wreaking havoc on your health, from disrupting your gut bacteria to potentially increasing cancer risk. For decades, artificial sweeteners have been marketed as a perfect solution for weight-conscious consumers and diabetics looking to enjoy sweet flavors without the calories or blood sugar spikes of regular soda. Aspartame, sucralose, which is Splenda, and saccharin have become ubiquitous in diet and sugar-free products, from sodas to baked goods. However, a growing body of scientific evidence suggests these synthetic chemicals may come with a hefty price tag for our health. In this article, we'll explore the potential dangers of 3 widely used artificial sweeteners: aspartame, sucralose or Splenda, and saccharin. We'll examine recent studies that have linked these sweeteners to a range of health issues, from metabolic disorders to cancer. And finally, we'll discuss some natural low-calorie alternatives that may offer a safer way to satisfy your sweet tooth. Aspartame, the controversial brain chemical. Aspartame is marketed under brand names like NutraSweet and Equal, has been a staple in diet sodas and sugar-free foods since its FDA approval in 1981. Despite its widespread use, this artificial sweetener has been the subject of intense controversy and scientific scrutiny. Neurological concerns, one of the most alarming aspects of aspartame is its potential impact on brain health. When metabolized, aspartame breaks down into phenylalanine, aspartic acid, and methanol. The latter converts to formaldehyde, a known carcinogen in the body. Anybody who's taken a biology class, you've got frogs in formaldehyde. Preservative. Doesn't keep us looking younger, though, does it? Research has linked aspartame consumption to various neurological problems or symptoms, including headaches and migraines, seizures, cognitive impairment. A 2008 study published in the journal Headache found that aspartame may act as a dietary trigger for headaches in some individuals. The cancer risk. Multiple studies have raised concerns about aspartame's potential carcinogenic effects. A 2006 study by the Ramazzini Foundation found that aspartame induced leukemias and lymphomas in rats at doses well below the acceptable daily intake for humans. A follow-up study confirmed these findings and showed that when exposure begins during fetal life, aspartame's carcinogenic effects are amplified. Metabolic disruption. Contrary to its intended purpose, aspartame may actually contribute to weight gain and metabolic disorders. Studies have shown that artificial sweeteners can alter gut bacteria composition, leading to glucose intolerance and insulin resistance, key factors in obesity and type 2 diabetes. Next is Splenda, sucralose, not so splendid after all. Splenda, the brand name for sucralose, has been marketed as a safer alternative to aspartame. However, recent research suggests this chlorinated artificial sweetener may carry its own set of health risks. The gut microbiome disruption. A growing body of evidence indicates that sucralose can significantly alter the composition and function of gut bacteria. A study published in the journal Gut Microbiomes, a study published in the journal Gut Microbes found that sucralose promotes the transfer of antibiotic resistance genes among gut bacteria, potentially contributing to the rise of superbugs. Specifically, researchers observed that sucralose exposure led to reduced numbers of beneficial bacteria like lactobacilli and bifidobacteria, increased counts of harmful bacteria like enterobacteria, altered pH levels in the gastrointestinal tract. These changes persisted even after a 3-month recovery period, suggesting long-term impacts on gut health. Then we have metabolic effects. Like aspartame, sucralose has been linked to metabolic disturbances. A 2013 study found that sucralose consumption led to increased glucose and insulin levels. Interesting, but a diabetic can drink that, huh? Decreased insulin sensitivity, altered gut peptide secretion. These effects suggest that sucralose may actually promote rather than prevent metabolic disorders like type 2 diabetes. Oh, let's think a little deeper, shall we, folks? I always think deeper. I know it's about the money. Heat stability concerns. While Splenda is often advertised as ideal for baking, research has shown that heating sucralose to just 248 degrees or 120 degrees centigrade can cause it to break down into potentially harmful compounds, including chloropropanols and dioxins. Saccharin, the original artificial sweetener's dark side. Saccharin is one of the oldest artificial sweeteners and has been used for over a century. While it fell out of favor due to cancer concerns in the 70s, it has since been reintroduced to the market. However, recent studies suggest saccharin may still pose significant health risks. Addictive potential. A 2007 study titled "Intense Sweetness Surpasses Cocaine Reward" found that when given the choice between saccharin-sweetened water and intravenous cocaine, 94% of rats chose the saccharin solution. This suggests that the intense sweetness of artificial sweeteners like saccharin may have addictive potential, surpassing even that of highly addictive drugs. And then metabolic disruption. Like other artificial sweeteners, saccharin has been shown to alter glucose metabolism. A 2014 study found that saccharin consumption led to glucose intolerance by altering the gut microbiome. And then there's cancer concerns are being revisited. While saccharin was delisted as a potential carcinogen in 2000, some researchers argue that the evidence linking saccharin to bladder cancer in rats should not be dismissed. A 2010 review suggested that the mechanisms by which saccharin causes bladder cancer in rats may be relevant to humans, particularly in certain subpopulations. Natural alternatives are the sweetness without the risk. Given the potential health risks associated with artificial sweeteners, many consumers are seeking safer alternatives. Fortunately, several natural, low-calorie sweeteners offer sweetness without the chemical concerns. Stevia is derived from the leaves of the Stevia rebaudiana plant. Stevia is a zero-calorie sweetener that has been used for centuries in South America. Unlike artificial sweeteners, stevia has been shown to have potential health benefits, including anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. I had a stevia plant at one point, and they say it's 300 times sweeter than sugar. And I pinched a leaf and put it in my mouth, and oh my goodness, it was just like I had a piece of candy. It was really sweet. Monk fruit is the second one here. It's a natural sweetener derived from a small melon native to Southeast Asia. It's 150 to 200 times sweeter than sugar, but contains 0 calories. Some studies suggest monk fruit extract may have anti-inflammatory and anti-diabetic properties. And xylitol is the third one. It's a sugar alcohol naturally found in small amounts in many fruits and vegetables. Xylitol has 40% fewer calories than sugar and doesn't raise blood sugar levels. It may also have dental health benefits by reducing the risk of tooth decay. And a lot of gums have xylitol in it. So in conclusion, while artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin have been promoted as healthy alternatives to sugar, mounting evidence suggests they may be doing more harm than good. From disrupting our gut microbiome to potentially increasing cancer risk, these synthetic chemicals carry significant health concerns. As consumers, it's crucial to be aware of what we're putting into our bodies, reading labels, limiting processed foods, and opting for natural sweeteners when possible can help reduce exposure to potentially harmful artificial sweeteners. Ultimately, the healthiest approach may be to retrain our palates to appreciate less intense sweetness. By gradually reducing our intake of all sweeteners, both artificial and natural, we can break free from the cycle of sugar cravings and develop a more balanced relationship with sweet flavors. So remember, when it comes to our health, sometimes less is really more, especially when it comes to sweetness. To learn about the harms of artificial sweeteners, visit the following 3 databases on the subject: aspartame toxicity, splendid toxicity, and saccharin toxicity. And I know when I gave up artificial sugars, and sometimes it always felt like sometimes it always, that doesn't make sense. Many times it seemed as though my tongue, well, it was coated, and food didn't taste, it didn't taste, because it was, the tastes of food were covered up by the artificial triggers, if you will, of what the fake sugars had done to my taste buds. When I gave it up, I could taste a peanut. I could taste a peach. Yeah, I could really taste it. And that was such an appreciation. So, like I said, I rarely eat junk food. I kind of like choke it down because I know how harmful it is, and that at my expense, businesses are raking in the profits, and I don't like to play games. So I do what I can, and by sharing my information and experiences with you, I hope that you take it to heart and implement what you can of it. So that's my hope for you. So eating organic, that's the way I grew up. everything was organic, and especially a pig. And I may repeat this in here somewhere, but it's so important because pigs don't sweat. So whatever toxics they eat is in them, and therefore it's in you. So eating organic is the best way to avoid certain pesticides that cause specific health problems. If the real health consequences of eating non-organic food were known, we would prioritize organic food for all. Our task as organic activists is to provide more research to further educate ourselves, policymakers, and institutional food buyers to the danger we are putting people and our planet in with the use of pesticides. If you're already eating organic, you know it works. You get sick less often, and it's easier to maintain a healthy weight, and you feel better when you eat organic. And yes, I haven't had the flu since 1968. I have an occasional cold, and I do have allergies to cat. And I have 7 cats. I used to take shots, didn't help. So why bother to put the toxic crap in me if it's not going to do any good? Made the chemical companies money and the doctor money, and didn't do any good for me. So I just do minimal things. And I love my cats, so always have. So if you're already eating organic, you know it works. You get sick less often. It's easier to maintain a healthy weight. You feel better when you eat organic. Yes, I feel better. I'm energetic. My weight is maintained in a healthy range. And my skin, for my age, looks pretty good. People 20 years younger than me look older than I do because they probably eat junk. But you probably know plenty of people, including friends and family members with chronic health problems, who don't see the point. And I hope that if you're one of them, you will see the point. They say it's too expensive. Oh boy, do I hear that a lot. Isn't that statement putting a price on your health? What are you spending your saved dollars on? Medical bills and doctor appointments, all the while having various issues? So I choose to spend my dollars on healthy food, whereas I don't get sick, so I feel great, and I don't have to go to the doctor. So I don't, oh sure, insurance pays for the doctor bill, right? Doesn't pay at all. And I don't feel good? Nah, I'll eat organic and pay up front. So our food doesn't come with warning labels, so they don't know that you're exposed to dangerous pesticides. Even if you get it, that non-organic foods have pesticides, you probably don't see what this has to do with society's rise in allergies, asthma, or attention disorders, let alone their own risks of heart disease, cancer, or diabetes. I used to work in the allergy clinic, and it was Thanksgiving, and a guy comes in, and he's allergic to whatever it was. I don't remember it now, but the little plug-ins, I think Glade, I'm not sure that it's Glade, but the little plug-in air scents, he's sitting on the arm of the couch. Oh, his allergies were bothering him terrible. And there's one of, I'm going to use the word Glade, spewing the toxic chemical right at him. And of course, he was allergic to it, and that's why he had issues. And he learned. So let's see, the rise in allergies, asthma, or attention disorders, let alone your own risk of heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. And the pesticides used in agriculture are toxic and cause a wide range of devastating and deadly diseases in people directly exposed, which is reason enough to buy organic and work to ban these poisons. But there's a growing body of scientific evidence that even in lower doses, pesticides that we're exposed to through food also have serious health impacts. In fact, the science links specific health problems directly to certain pesticides at the levels we're exposed to through food. If everyone knew this, we'd all demand organic. Yeah. Switching to an organic diet can quickly and dramatically decrease the pesticide buildup in our bodies by an average of 60.5% in 6 days. Over 60% in 6 days. So please donate to help them compile the data on dozens of health problems folks are likely to face if they haven't been eating organic. Read If We Only Knew, We Demand Organic for a preview of what we're working on, it says. In Solidarity for Health and Wellness, OCA CO founder and national director. P.S. here is a large percentage of our funding comes from individual donations, and we're thankful to be working alongside our supporters to help shape the kind of world we want to live in. Please consider a donation to help us continue this important work. Tax-deductible donation to Organic Consumers Association, a 501c3 nonprofit, or to Regeneration International, our international sister organization. So I hope that you would consider donating to Organic Consumers. I follow them quite a bit. So next we're going to talk about skincare tips. And I should mark these pages because otherwise I might repeat like I thought I did there, which I should have done before, but I didn't. Okay. So, not well prepared, am I? 5 expert skincare tips for healthy skin as you age. A glowing complexion conveys health, confidence, and youthfulness. Who doesn't want that? What you put on your skin matters, but the true secret to beautiful skin comes from the inside, from nourishing your body with skin-friendly vitamins, foods, and more. Here are 5 ways to make your skin healthier and brighter. Are you or someone you know dealing with blood sugar issues like diabetes? You can lower, even reverse these issues. I lowered my A1C from 5.9 to 4.9 in just 6 weeks. My doctor was impressed. I'm a nurse, certified health coach, and educator. Gift yourself or another with this course, Taming Diabetes Differently. Change your life and theirs. Contact LeMaster at tamingdiabetes@yahoo.com or call 972-948-9976 and be sure to leave a message. Eat skin-friendly foods. What you put into your body directly affects your skin health. It goes without saying that a whole foods-based diet is the first step toward improving the look and feel of your skin. There you go, organic. Certain foods can help you manage inflammation and hydrate and nourish your skin. You also need gut-healing probiotics and fiber-rich prebiotics to get truly luminous skin. Some of the best choices for your skin are avocado, beets, spinach, flax, chia and hemp seeds, papaya, mung beans, pears, pea shoots or green beans or pea greens, red cabbage, broccoli, cold water fish, tomatoes, pumpkin seeds, and watermelon. Collagen and collagen boosters. Collagen is a crucial protein that provides structure to your skin, keeping it firm, plump, and youthful in appearance. It also supports the skin's resilience against environmental stressors as we age. The body's natural collagen production decreases, leading to wrinkles, fine lines, and dull and sagging skin. Sun exposure, smoking, unhealthy diet choices, and other factors can accelerate this decline. While decreased collagen production is a natural part of aging, there are some ways to help replenish your collagen naturally. First, try a high-quality collagen supplement. Look for hydrolyzed collagen or collagen peptides. This means the collagen has been broken down for proper absorption. Also, opt for organic, non-GMO, and grass-fed collagen supplements, which means the product is higher in quality and free of antibiotics and toxins. And a side note here, trust me, if you buy them at the big box stores, you're getting a low grade. I take one that is a professional version, not even available. And I would have included the link here so you could purchase yourself, and I could possibly have a tidbit of a financial blessing. But the link didn't work, so I didn't. But anyway, I shared that with some of my friends that, so then they bought it directly from the store. But anyway. Second, boost your intake of nutrients that support collagen production. Vitamin C is the most important for boosting collagen production. Other nutrients and herbs that have been shown to enhance the body's production of collagen include biotin, silica, hyaluronic acid, amino acids, and herbs, including a handful of lesser-known Tibetan botanical medicines. And then you need to enhance your skincare routine, keeping your skin nourished and hydrated. Ah, Luna, that silly cat, the youngest one, she wants up here now. Keeping your skin nourished and hydrated with natural skincare products is a great way to support your skin as you age. Consider developing a morning and nighttime skincare routine focused on promoting healthy skin and reducing aging symptoms. A natural moisturizer. Did you see that? Maybe, maybe not. A natural moisturizer in the morning and at night. Serums and natural ingredients can help you get your skin shiny. Hey, back off, you two cats. Knock it off. Luna, Minnie. Yes, the cats that I'm allergic to. Now let me start over. A natural moisture, the squirt gun does wonders, that gets them under control just like that. A natural moisturizer in the morning and at night. Serums and natural ingredients can help you get your skin shiny and glowing. And if you're planning to go outside, don't forget your SPF. And a side note for that, Bronzo Sensuale is made of carrots and it's organic. And it's very pricey. But if you're going to use a sunscreen, I highly recommend that one. And I don't get any money for that. Although not a vitamin, hyaluronic acid is a compound found in the body and especially concentrated in the skin. Like many other things, hyaluronic acids declines with age, but you can replenish it with supplements and topical hyaluronic acid serums. When applied topically, hyaluronic acid instantly plumps up skin. Fourth one is boost your antioxidants. Natural, powerful antioxidant ingredients, foods, and supplements are shown to help prevent sunburns and defend against damage caused from the sun. Along with sunblock, studies show that nutritional antioxidants and ingredients like green tea extract, alpha-lipoic acid, and functional mushrooms can provide the essential support you need to keep skin healthy and safe in the sun. Eating antioxidant foods like blueberries, dark chocolate, make that organic because too much lead's in heavy metals are in chocolate now. Garlic, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and more can help promote protection against skin damage or aging symptoms. Try Padma Basic, a clinically researched herbal formula with cell activity. With over 75 published studies, Pectasol, P-E-C-T-A, capital S-O-L, is the skincare supplement to take each day. Pectasol, formulated by award-winning integrative medicine expert and best-selling author Isaac Elias, MD, Pectasol is clinically proven and backed by over 80 studies and 6 patents. It has been recommended by thousands of doctors for 30 years to support inflammation responses, immune health, and detoxification. Nourish your skin from the inside out. When it comes to aging, skin is a sensitive issue and often the first to show signs of premature aging. With antioxidants, a nourishing diet, and a healthy routine, you can support your skin and promote healthy aging from within. And it starts from within because putting on your skin, it's not the building blocks. So there's collagen, and all these things that you can put on, but here's one on collagen. Are you looking for a solution to keep your skin healthy and prevent aging? Join the club, aren't we all? It's amazing how many people are trying to stave off the effects of age. Skincare has grown to a global industry worth over 141 billion US dollars, and that number will rise to nearly 190 billion by 2025, by next year. Myriad creams, lotions, serums, tighteners, plumpers, fillers, and moisturizers are all being sold in droves to people desperate to keep their skin from wrinkling, sagging, and aging. But remember that organic foods I talked about, it starts there. You've got to build from the inside out. But what if there's a simple solution that didn't require a complex regimen of beauty products? What if you could take a single supplement that could do wonders to stave off aging? That's what collagen supplements could be. What is collagen? Collagen is one of the proteins found in your bones, skin, and connective tissue. It provides elasticity and keeps your skin tight, preventing wrinkles, age lines, and sagging. Collagen production is at its peak during your teenage and adult years, but it decreases as you age. The less collagen your body produces, the faster you'll begin to show signs of skin aging. It's no surprise then that a lot of supplements are created with the goal of boosting collagen. However, instead of a topical application like so many collagen serums and creams offer, one study looked at the use of oral supplementation of collagen to determine whether or not it might be an effective treatment. The research into oral collagen supplementation. The study conducted in 2015 involved 2 placebo-controlled trials that assessed the viability of collagen peptides used in nutricosmetic products. Administered orally, these supplements were intended to provide the body with the collagen peptides needed to produce skin collagen. The supplements were taken daily, and the results examined closely using high-resolution ultrasound, detailed microscopy, and craniometry to measure skin hydration. Human skin explants were taken for closer study of the extracellular matrix components to determine the presence of collagen peptides after taking the supplement. According to the research, just 8 weeks of supplementation yielded results the study labeled significant. Skin collagen density increased and fragmentation of the dermal collagen network decreased after just 4 weeks. Even after 12 weeks post, the results persisted. The ex vivo examinations of the skin explants proved that collagen supplementation not only increases the production of skin collagen, but also glycosaminoglycan, oh boy, medical terms, glycosaminoglycan, glycosaminoglycan, another critical molecule that plays a role in healthy skin. To quote the study's conclusion, oral supplementation with collagen peptides is efficacious to improve hallmarks of skin aging. Another study from early 2019 conducted a systematic review of 11 studies and more than 800 patients examining the use of collagen supplements. Collagen hydrolysate and collagen tripeptide, all for all sorts of skin problems, from ulcers to cellulite to skin aging. As a systemic review discovered based on these many studies, preliminary results are promising for the short and long-term use of oral collagen supplements for wound healing and skin aging. Oral collagen supplements also increase skin elasticity, hydration, and dermal collagen density. Collagen supplementation is generally safe with no reported adverse events. Pretty amazing, right? One simple supplement, but it can lead some impressive results. If you're looking for a way to slow skin aging, it may be worth trying a collagen supplement to help naturally increase your skin's collagen. The supplement might not be a magic bullet that will stop skin aging overnight, but it could be one more weapon in your battle to fight off aging. Other ways to boost collagen production? Supplements aren't the only way you can increase it. According to one paper from the Dermatoendocrinology Journal, there are a number of strategies to combat skin aging and boost your collagen levels. Proper skin care. This involves the application of antioxidants to slow down UV-generated skin damage, as well as sunscreen and UV protection to stop the sun's radiation from damaging your skin. Add retinoids into your skin care to increase the production of collagen naturally, to make sure you get plenty of vitamins C and E, both of which are critical for healthy skin. Occasional epidermis resurfacing. Chemical peels, light-based skin rejuvenation, and other skin resurfacing procedures can help to remove the top layers of damaged skin and promote better health of the skin layers beneath. While these procedures can be invasive and must be considered with care and a doctor's advice before undergoing them, they can be a solution for restoring and rejuvenating skin that has begun to show signs of aging. Myself, I love to use baking soda and water. It's alkaline, and it mixed with water, and you just put it on and just scrub it, and my face feels so smooth afterwards. And then there's hormone replacement therapy. HRT increases the levels of critical hormones like IGF-1, HGH, and TSH, melatonin, DHEA, thyroid hormones, and testosterone and estrogens. For those who are aging, the natural decline in the production of these hormones can lead to extrinsic signs of aging, including skin health decline. Replacement of these hormones may lead to rejuvenated skin. All of these solutions are worth considering, provided your doctor knows what you're getting yourself into and gives you the all clear to undergo them. Or perhaps save that time and money and spend it on organic foods. Fixing yourself from the inside out is really the best way. And rather than fighting aging and skin damage, embrace yourself as you are. Okay, now we're going to get a little bit here to food. Why you should add cucumbers. Oh, what a great time of year to have this one. Aside from berries, lemons, and limes, few fruits are generally as well tolerated with as great of health benefits as cucumbers. Cucumbers come in a wide variety of colors, sizes, shapes, and textures, and are a great addition to consider adding to your diet. Nutrients like cucumbers are rich in vitamin C, K1, potassium, molybdenum, and manganese. Silica for the bones. Cucumbers are a fantastic source of silicon or silica. It's a vital mineral for collagen cross-linking, bone mineralization, and building and maintaining healthy connective tissue, muscles, ligaments, cartilage, bone, and skin. Hydration, being 95% water, they're a great source of hydration. Low oxalate, oxalates can bind up calcium and prevent its absorption, and they can also contribute to kidney stones and joint pain. Cucumbers are low oxalate. Even too much natural sugar is not a good thing for our bodies and bones, so it's low in sugar. And then there's low FODMAP, FODMAPs, are groups of carbs that can trigger bloating, gas, and stomach pain in some people. With cucumbers, they're not an issue. Soluble fiber, cucumbers contain pectin. Pectin is a type of soluble fiber that can help improve digestion, reduce constipation, and provide food for beneficial gut bacteria. So how can you add cucumbers into your diet? Remember, the greatest concentration of silica and other nutrients is the skin, so be sure to leave the skin on. Make sure you wash it well, unless it was raised in your own garden, and then just water is good enough, unless, of course, you use toxic chemicals. Salads, dice cucumbers into tiny cubes and sprinkle over the top of your salad for a refreshing crisp. And dressings or dips, blend a cucumber, avocado, chunk, dill, squeeze of lemon, and pinch of sea salt. Smoothies, blend a small chunk of cucumber with a skin on it into a smoothie with unsweetened coconut milk, an avocado chunk, a handful of berries, and your favorite protein powder. Juices, use cucumbers as a foundation for hydrating low oxalate, low sugar green juice with cucumber, romaine, ginger, lemon, and mint or basil. Snacks, use sliced cucumbers for your favorite fruit and veggie trays. And fermented pickles can be made by fermenting cucumbers. You would not use vinegar for this process. Ferment them yourself or pick up a jar in the refrigerator section from your local grocery store. Okay, you do ferment them yourselves or pick up a jar at the refrigerator section, yes, because refrigerated pickles without added vinegar still have live probiotic cultures, which can be good for your gut. Bubby's whole pickles are a great example found in the refrigerated section. And then for dessert, blend a blend a cup of full fat, unsweetened coconut milk, 1 small cucumber, the juice of 2 limes, and a tiny bit of sugar-free sweetener like monk fruit or stevia, optional. Pour into popsicle trays and add popsicle sticks. Freeze and enjoy as a refreshing treat. With benefits aplenty and possibilities are endless, consider cucumbers for your next bone-healthy addition. And I got several of them in my refrigerator. And now, since it's summer and 4th of July is already gone, and that's the premium, it seems, for watermelons. But we have an article here on watermelon. And I just did one yesterday. Hubby bought a huge one. Oh my God, it was so good. And the deer love the rinds. The Truth About Watermelons and Benefits. And this is by Catherine Ebling. Nothing says summer better than a cool, refreshing, sweet, juicy, delicious slice of ripe watermelon, no matter what time of year it is. But I often hear cautions of eating watermelon that is high glycemic, full of sugar, mostly water, not very nutritious, etc. Right or wrong? While watermelons are mostly water, 90% or so, they're also full of vitamins A, B6, C, lycopene, antioxidants, and minerals. Remember, hearing about the lycopene in tomatoes? Watermelon, another red-colored fruit, is full of this powerful phytonutrient. In fact, watermelon has some of the highest levels of lycopene of all fruits and veggies. Just 1 cup of watermelon has 1.5 times the lycopene of a large fresh tomato. Because watermelon is one of the best sources of lycopene, with more than 6,500 micrograms in less than half a cup, you are getting an army's worth of inflammation-fighting antioxidant activity. Lycopene from the red flesh of watermelon is very stable even after the watermelon has been cut and stored in the refrigerator. Lycopene is thought to be even more powerful than its other orange-red colored ally, beta-carotene, found in red and orange fruits and veggies. Cardiovascular benefits. Lycopene is a powerful natural anti-inflammatory and antioxidant valued for its role in protecting the cardiovascular system, bone health, and preventing cancer. Along with lycopene, watermelons contain another powerful phytochemical, citrulline, and amino acid. Citrulline gets converted into another important chemical in the body, arginine, or L-arginine. And arginine is used to create nitric oxide, which has powerful benefits on the heart and blood vessels. Nitric oxide can actually cause blood vessels to relax and open up, lowering blood pressure and helping the body carry more oxygen to parts of the body where it is needed, like the muscles, your heart, and your brain. There's a study from the Florida State University found that watermelon could make a significant difference in lowering blood pressure, especially in overweight people, by relaxing the blood vessel walls. Citrulline, when it converts into arginine, can also help prevent excess accumulation of fat in fat cells because it blocks an enzyme that stores this fat. And because citrulline is a precursor to nitric oxide, it can also help improve erectile dysfunction in men in a similar way that Viagra works. So eat more watermelon and take less pharmaceuticals. Although you would have to eat quite a bit of watermelon to get the same effect of Viagra. Well, if you ate healthy all along and have a good mental attitude, and you might be able to skip the Viagra. So as you can see in this article, watermelons are on the list of foods that beat statins for your heart health. It's all about the lycopene. Carotenoids are powerful antioxidants capable of destroying free radicals, which attack our bodies and can contribute to chronic disease and aging. In one study of 13,000 adult Americans, low levels of carotenoids were the key predictor of early death, especially low blood levels of lycopene. Lycopene protects our cardiovascular system, the male reproductive system, and in the skin, it protects and prevents UV damage from the sun. Several studies have been conducted showing the strong link between levels of lycopene and heart disease. Analysis from the Physicians' Health Study showed a 39% decrease in stroke risk in men with the highest blood levels of lycopene. Another study in Finland found 1,000 men for 12 years has had similar results as well. Lycopene is also responsible for limiting the enzyme responsible for making cholesterol, so eating foods with more lycopene also helps to reduce cholesterol, specifically LDL. It says, a side note here, speaking of heart health, did you know that grass-fed dairy fat actually contains nutrients that help unclog your arteries? I thought I had another page there. So anti-cancer power. Lycopene is a lifesaver in more ways than one. Besides its cardiovascular benefits, lycopene's antioxidant power extends to anti-cancer effects as well. A 2014 meta-analysis of 10 studies shows dietary lycopene to be protective against ovarian cancers as well as brain tumors and breast tumors. And of course, we know about lycopene's value in fighting prostate cancer. In several studies, higher intakes of foods containing lycopene and a higher serum of plasma concentration of lycopene was associated with a very significant decreased risk of prostate cancer, especially the more lethal kind of prostate cancer. When researchers studied only the men who had at least one high-risk PSA test, the subjects had a 50% decreased risk of lethal prostate cancer. So it says, based on these results, we hypothesize that the consumption of a diet rich in lycopene-containing foods reduces the aggressive potential of prostate cancer by inhibiting the neoangiogenesis that occurs in tumor development. Dr. Giovannucci's team reported online ahead of print in the Journal of the National Cancer Institute. Other studies have shown lycopene's powerful cancer-fighting ability, effective against lung cancer, esophageal, stomach, pancreatic, colorectal, and cervical cancers as well. And it's extremely good for rehydration. Watermelons get their name because they are over 90% water, and that water is full of electrolytes and potassium, which helps you stay hydrated or to rehydrate. The perfect fruit to eat in hot summer days or after a hard, sweaty workout. And that delicious juice can also help prevent muscle soreness, especially if you have watermelon before your intense workout. Ooh, but with my luck, I'd have to repeat. It's not just the red part. While most of us eat only the juicy flesh of the watermelon, the whole thing is actually edible and chock full of nutrients from the red center to the stem end, and all the blossom end, including the white part near the end, are a plethora of impressive antioxidants, flavonoids, lycopene, and vitamin C. Even the green rind is full of nutrients. The rind is full of chlorophyll and contains even more citrulline than the red flesh. Try throwing your watermelon rinds into the blender with fresh squeezed lime juice for a healthy slushy treat. Oh, that does sound good, doesn't it? Darn, I threw it all to the deer yesterday. It is still best, however, to pick ripest, reddest watermelon you can find. Lycopene content continues to increase all the way up until the time the watermelon is at its reddest and ripest. And don't spit out those seeds unless you're at a watermelon seed spitting contest. The black watermelon seeds are not only edible, but actually extremely good for you. They are full of iron, zinc, fiber, and protein. Seedless watermelons are okay to eat too. They're not if they're not genetically modified, only hybrid forms of watermelon bread, especially for their no seed content. Watermelons are also rich in anti-inflammatory substances, including cucurbitacin. Let me rephrase that. Cucurbitacin E, tryptopanoid, which help to block the pain and inflammation of certain enzymes in a similar fashion as NSAIDs, like ibuprofen and aspirin. While being very low in calories, only about 46 calories in a cup, watermelon also contains an impressive variety of other important essential nutrients, including vitamin A, C, B6, potassium, and magnesium. So the age-old question, how do you pick the perfect watermelon? Well, hubby did a pretty good job on the one he did the other day. In my day, you were allowed at the store to cut a little hole and just check the ripeness, but that was 50 years ago or more. So it can be a huge gamble finding the perfect red, sweet watermelon. But if you know what to look for, there's a real method to finding the best one. Look on the underside of the watermelon for a pale, butter-colored yellow spot, not white or green. This is one of the best indicators of the ripeness of the watermelon. Also pick up a few and choose the one that is heaviest for its size. Many people thump the watermelon to check its ripeness too. Listen for the best hollow bass sound. Be aware that watermelons do contain a reasonable quantity of fructose, so be mindful of your sugar intake and eat watermelon in moderation. With that said, because watermelons are so filling and have both high water content and high fiber content, the old myth that watermelons are high glycemic is not entirely true. This is because the glycemic load of a watermelon is actually fairly low, since it's nearly impossible to overeat large quantities of a food that is as filling as watermelon. But we can sure pack down the cookies and stuff, can't we? So that concludes today's episode. And I want to Thank you for listening to the podcast, and I'm sure you enjoyed it and learned something new. I would really appreciate it if you subscribed and left a kind review. And I'll see y'all next time with another insightful episode of Common Sense Living, because most people don't have common sense, and I'm full of it. So this was brought to you by Avini Health, a fantastic company I discovered a few months ago, and I'm absolutely sold on their products. My health is already great, and by using these products will help me to keep it that way. And this is one, it's their Avini Fiber, and this is their oops, here we go. I cannot seem to get these things right. Okay, this is their cell defender. I can't see that. 10 drops morning and evening for base. And this is just a little case that I got when I bought into the program. So you can research more on it if you'd like to purchase. You can go to www.avinihealth.com /Ann LeMaster LEMASTER 8084. So with that, I can't wait till the next episode. Thanks for being with me. Toodaloo. Thank you for tuning in to my Common Sense Living podcast today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm sure you learned something new. Please leave a kind review and share this episode with a friend. And be sure to subscribe yourself. You'll find me on iTunes, Spotify, and other platforms. And don't forget, we'll be here again next week with another insightful episode of Common Sense Living. I can hardly wait.